Hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the ERA Cup Series here in Mid Ohio. It is I guess one of those tracks that you just want to, just almost want to get rid of. Mid Ohio has been a pretty dominant track here in the both the MRL and the ERA schedules. This is the third time total that we've come here, so I'm sure some of these guys, looking at Kalen, Cyber, to name a couple, are just ready to be done with. And actually, speaking of, our in-race reporter for tonight is actually Nathan, Agent Orange. How you doing today, boss?
Doing fairly well. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Well, first of all, it is already time for us to start. If you could toss me a couple invites, that would be
Oh,
perfect.
sure.
But that is one of the things I want to talk about here, actually. You have raced here three times. Same thing with Cyber. He's right there in that same boat with you. Same thing with Baseball Kid. And practice does make perfect because that is first, second, and fourth right there, with Vince being the odd one in the middle of you three. So you three have combined race what, a total of eight times here on this track the past few weeks, and you are going to be on the front row with one of your championship competitors. Now that is both motivation, but also like a little nerve wracking. What do you think?
Yeah. Cyber's always fast, no matter where we go. They come in here several times the last couple months. It seems like definitely has helped my. I guess you'd call it a rhythm here. Just knowing, even down to basics of just knowing what gear to be in and which corner, comfortable as far as that goes. Um, yeah, I feel decent going into.
Well, that is one of those things that that it's just kind of getting into a rhythm. I'm glad that you actually said that there because just getting into a here at this track is definitely the best place to make up time. Now, uh, we don't have an RS meat wagon here. No Xander, so there it's almost anyone's race. However, I do have a couple people I have in mind, and Nathan, you're actually one of them. You raced well here in the past few times that we've come here. However, there's always seems to be something that kind of gets in the way. Now, this is a sprint. 21 laps is on docket tonight, and split that up in stages. I don't even know the stage lanes for a 25 percenter.
4 laps for the first stage.
Dang, this is a sprint indeed. So we have four laps to decide the first stage, and you can see that people are already getting off track a little bit. I'm going to go into the back and go into Terrell, who is just kind of laying back right here. The 6, the 8, the 18 all got knocked out of the way right there. Not quite sure who instigated that, but Terrell gained 3 places for the price of one. So that is huge as we are looking at points. Points, points, points. So let's talk about that for a hot second. This is the penultimate race in the regular season, meaning one more after this, and we are in our regular season finale before we start the playoffs. And Nathan, you are actually leading those standings, just by 5 points over Kalen. And right now, with that turn one incident and how short these stages truly are, you have all to play for.
Yeah, I knew Caleb would have some work to do. I think he started P7. Oh, there's the end of the stage right there.
Oh,
So I won first stage.
oh well, not even a lap. I'm not. I'm kind of surfing through the field. I'm not quite sure what brought it out. That's interesting. But yeah, I guess. Oh, shoot! First stage done and over with. That was quick. Now, generally, how these work is when there is a stage. Um, like that this like early, like the caution comes out too early, um the stage break will like the laps will be added into the second stage, so this second stage will be probably a little bit longer, so we're probably going to be seeing a little bit more of a um more getting into that rhythm that we were talking about. But yeah, one lap right there, and now technically you don't even need a pit. So I see that 11 and the 18 doing exactly that right there. So a little bit of heads up driving from these guys, knowing that hey, I don't technically need to do this, and so going into turn one here, ooh, Galen gets a little bit out of sorts right here, and he is going to get be a bottleneck for that 12. So that 12 is being choked on up behind the 18. We're going to be looking from the front to back cam, and it looks like the 6 actually pushed the 8 out of the way. So like, yeah, people definitely misjudging their braking zones, and that turn one is deadly for some of these guys. It is one of those times that you just want to be out front and don't want to even have anything to do with that back. So I guess track position is very, very important here.
I'll tell you someone to watch out for is the 96 Vince. He was really fast in the Roval.
Oh, yes, he was. Now, unfortunately, that race was not broadcasted. I was busy that night, but you ended up winning that race. Well, you won that race, but only just over that 96. So that 96 was P2. If we look back at the times, I think it was literally by .2. Caution, and again. Now, it looks like Wurstkod got off of the track right there. I am not sure what's bringing out these yellows. I keep looking through the field, and I'm not seeing too many people off track. I mean, that is a little bizarre. Huh. All right, then. Well, continuing on. We have maybe some Discord can offer some... Well, Baseball Kid is... well, Baseball Kid showing his displeasure with being sent into turn 2 2 times in a row, which I totally get. We caught the last one on stream. The 6 totally misjudged his braking zone. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose, but again, strategy is going to be very, very important here, as I don't know how many laps are actually left in the stage.
I'll tell you just a second. 2.
Well, 2. Well, Nathan, I hope you got picks for stage 1, because, like I said, that was only 1 lap. So let's see here how this works here. The 8 goes spinning. Okay, well, he probably is gonna quit after that. Oh. Yep. But again, everyone goes into turn 2 right there, and that is, oh yeah, that is not quite where you want to go with the 11. He is off track and was in the dirt right there. That allows the 88 to gain a spot or 2 coming off of that turn on the 9, as well as the 11 that spun earlier. Now, I do recall the 8 is back on track, so looks like Baseball Kid is now back in it, as he is going to try to search on down the rest of these guys. Now, how many laps did you say were in this stage?
Oh, total 6.
Total 6, and there's 2 more?
Yep, we'll come to the wild.
Wow. In stage 2 is already almost going to be done, and we are 7 minutes into this broadcast. It'd be one of those things, I guess. So this race is indeed going to be a sprint. I feel like I keep saying that enough, and you can actually see that the leader in this stage is actually that number 96. With that call, he decided to stay on out, and he's making the most of it, trying to get those stage points early on. But that number 12 in that Dex Imaging Ford is definitely trying to close on down. But don't forget last week's winner, the 37 Elite Precision. Now, he started in the rear. What I mean by the rear, essentially he started, I think P5? But he got kicked out of line in turn 2, so he is essentially really closing that gap, but almost making contact with that 12. Shows just how aggressive he is on those brakes. And Baseball Kid making up a position right there. That's for P11. He's looking for one more to get back into stage point territory. But yeah, these guys definitely trying to just survive right now. The elevation changes. That is what makes Mid-Ohio one of the trickiest road courses on this entire game. Having the ebb and flow of a regular road course, kind of like Sonoma, You know, the elevation changes, like just even right here. It goes uphill slightly and then a big swooping downhill as the 96, Nathan, you called it, will win stage 2 with the 12 of Cyber finishing P2, Elite Precision P3.
I'm getting pictures of pictures.
Ooh, Kalen and the 48 got caught up with one another. I wonder if Kalen may have caught the grass before, but he was essentially kind of circling on around. So
Caleb was all by himself behind me, so I'm not real sure what happened there.
no, or I guess maybe some Discord can offer some insight right there, because I do see the 48 is typing. So we're gonna be seeing if he has anything to say. Saying that was my bad. Ooh, not a good look. So, stage 3 already. So it should be mentioned that stage 3 will probably, how many laps?
10 laps.
This is technically one of those stages that you don't have to pit during. However, it is actually one of those things that if you don't save, you will actually be pitting with 8 or 9 laps. The 40 just absolutely sent it on into turn 2. I know people aren't already happy with that 48, but he is not making friends tonight, I will say that. Absolutely not even trying with breaking into that turn 2 right there. And the 90, yep, the 6 with the retaliation right there. I mean, honestly, I can see it. Absolutely sending it on in with that 48, just saying, hey, you know, I don't appreciate what you did right there. I'll do the exact same thing. So the 48 and the 88 are now back in this pack. All drivers are still currently in the field, so this is P12, 11, and then just up the road right there is that number 9 in P10. Ooh, the 11 of Trump Train hits the 6 off course. Again, everyone not really agreeing with one another tonight. This is a very tricky road course here, and I am not quite seeing a little bit of respite for these guys back here. I will say that. So the 24 now trying to just close the gap right now, and the 6 right behind. The 48 as well has caught back up to the 6. I wonder if there's going to be any more tempers flaring there to kind of give a little retaliation for that, but we're going to find out now. The 24 bombing the turn right there, and it's going to be a dogfight coming out of turn 2. The 11 is going to give way. Those guys are in the same party chat with one another, so we're going to have to see. Yep, there we go. The 11 kind of going in behind, just kind of giving up the ghost right there. So we're going to have to see how, like I said, how that's going to go on through. Going back into the front runners, though, it is Elite Precision up there in P3. The number 12 just right behind, and the 96 in P1. So excellent job from these guys trying to make their way forward. Kalen right there in P5, he is just behind these guys with the 8 of Baseball Kid there in P6. But yeah, it is nose and stern right now between these guys. And like I said, if you guys don't save at least a little bit, it is going to be very hard to make the entire stage. But that's, of course, banking on no caution. So we'll have to see how that's going to roll here as we are going on through the rest of this stage here. So, 48, ooh, yep, totally got that last turn wrong. And now it's going to set I'm thinking that's the 11. Yeah, the 11 back up into that as the 11 kind of got off course at some point. So he is going to be trying to move forward with that position. That is for P10 right here. Or sorry, for P9. So Trump Train P9, Pug P8. And then, ooh, yep, right there. That's probably what happened. He got on the gas way too soon and got loose. So yeah, that would do it, honestly. And I will be right back. Nathan, in my absence, would you like to take us through a lap of Mid-Ohio?
Yeah. Alright, everyone. So, Mid Ohio's a pretty tricky little spot. You get really light on lot of, lot of areas of this track here because, like Pat was saying earlier, the elevation changes here. So, starting on the front stretch here, it's kind of flat front stretch. Now, this first turn, it may not be, but it almost feels off camber, which means the turn is leaning away from the way you're turning. So then we get through turn one, come up this little short shoot right here. Hard braking zone. Nice big sharp corner right here. I always want to try and get into the exit here because you got a long straightaway right here. This is the fastest part of the track right here. Depending on how you line up with other people, you may even be getting draft on it. Another hard braking zone right here to the hard right-hander. Now here's where it starts getting tricky when you start going up and down right here. Right here, you can get real loose, start spinning out, back downhill, another hard right. Now this one's real tricky right here. Up and over while turning at the same time. Same thing right here. Turning while going over the hill. It's real easy to get light on the tires and just spin them out. Hard braking zone right here. One more little S turn right here. That's a lap in Mid-Ohio.
Nathan, thank you so much. You did an excellent job right there. I did notice that right behind you, well, I didn't notice because I was facing with the way that you were describing it, but I heard behind that the 18 of Kalen, who was right behind you, let's actually see where he is. He lost several seconds, so he must have got loose or something or other between himself, and he is absolutely about 2 seconds, maybe even 3 behind Baseball Kid. So he lost some time and is now down.
He's 6 behind me.
Oh yeah, so and it looks like the 24 WRX, the 24 of Terrell is now going in, and I guess he lost a little bit of time as well, and is now trying to battle his way with the 48. And of course, those two have a history. Those guys are not quite fans with one another, so. I don't quite know how that occurred. It looks like the 24 keeps outbraking himself, so that's probably what ended up happening. And because of that, the number 6 of Mike is all the way down and away. He is gone from these guys. The field is very well spread on out. However, if we look back up to the top 3, this is where all the action is. And Nathan, when you cross the flag, how many laps to go?
Is 5 to go.
5 to go. And like I said, much like battling with just saving the tires. Ooh, big move by the 37. That's going to actually hit the 96 up the track a little bit, but a big move by the 37 of Elite Precision in order to get on the back bumper. And now it's going to be the ball in Cyber's court. He lost a little bit of time compared to those guys, and it's now up to them in order to get back into it. So the 37, just like that, goes and takes the lead, but can the 96 do the crossover? No, he gets a little bit too much into the grass, and he will not be able to, but can he do it in the big left-hander? No, he cannot. And now the 37 has been unleashed, and he is just trying to absolutely just take away. I'm sure he was saving a little bit of fuel and tire behind those guys, so we'll have to see how he fares, because like I said, making it 10 laps on fuel and tires is a big ask. You will have to do some kind of saving at some point. So with that, let's actually go back on with the battle between the 48 and the 24, actually, which is really separated. The 88, a wonderful job by him actually staying out of the way of that little battle right there. The 11 continues to kind of get squirrely off the corners. And the 24 is now going to go on past, but the 48 is going to get into the grass a little bit. That's going to bring the 24 back closer to him. The 6 of WRX Mike is now closing in on Kalen. Kalen's not having the best of races, and now, Nathan, that's good news for you, because that is your nearest points competitor, and with one more race after this being the regular season finale, you could be the regular season champion.
I'm just trying to come out of here with as minimal mistakes as I can. Just kind of put a Band-Aid over any wounds. Just come out clean and go for that regular season championship next week.
Well, and I think that's what everyone's trying to do right now. The 37 has indeed set sail, so I'm
Cyber's
sure
back here with me now.
Yeah, I think Cyber is now trying to do that save, and I'm pretty sure the 37 did the saving behind the other two. Based on this pace right now, he is not quite worried about his fuel or tires, and I'm sure the 96 is probably realizing that as well. The 12 probably went into probably going into ultra save mode right now. But in fact, there he is. I was trying to find him. Yeah, he has absolutely been dropped by the 96 and the 37 right now. So I'm just trying to see if there's any like major battles on track right now. I don't think there is. Everyone's pretty. Oh, never mind. I lied. WRX Mike and Kalen are actually battling for position. That is for P6 right there. So Kalen drops to P7. Kalen. I keep saying that. WRX Mike moves up to P6. So Kalen, I don't know what is up with him. He's usually up there when it comes to battling for this. Just for the overall, we call him Mr. Where Did He Come From, because there was very shades of Kevin Harvick, because there was a couple races in the earlier parts of the season where he was just like very much where did he come from? He was like almost out of it, and then he became a part of the battle later on. If I'm counting my laps correct, Nathan, this will be 2 to go?
This is 2 to go.
Alright, cool. So 2 to go here at Mid-Ohio. Again, a very, very short race. We started broadcasting just under half an hour ago. This race has flown by, and I'm sure the 2 cautions actually kind of helped that. But, that's neither here nor there. Actually, let me rephrase that. Technically 4 cautions. Well, actually, no, it was technically 3 cautions, including the stage breaks. So, a big battle potentially for the podium right here. I think Cyber realized that he needed to save maybe a little bit too late. And, yep, there we go. Just by how he broke into that corner, he was giving up the spot. So, P3 changes hands right there. The 96 of Vince is continuing to move forward. And I don't really see any other battles out on track. The 37 is coming out of the S's right now, and he is absolutely just flat-footing it. Oh, there's the save. Oh, wait, whoa. No, there's no way.
Is he pit?
No, he's saving right now. He got out to that lead, but he is ultra save moding right now. But he is coasting into these corners. If there's a time to strike, the 96 needs to get up there in order to battle, because I think Elite may have not saved enough tire or fuel in order to make it. But yes, he is coasting into these corners right now. I don't know if a lap can do it, because this 37 is just holding ground right now. Can the 96 get there? How about the 14 and the 12? The 37, look at this. He is coasting into neutral in order to get around these corners. He realized it far too late. I guess I was wrong, and he did not save enough. The 96 is right there. He smells blood in the water. What's going to happen? The 9 of Worstcod is going to get out of the way, and just like that, there is no one else between the 37 and the 96. Because of that, going in through and out of the S's, the 37 is there. The 96 is going to make a move. Will the 96 run out of fuel? Did he save enough? The 37 is still saving. A big move to the end of this wide sweeping right-hander. The 37 has it. The 96 wants it, but the 37 will hold on to it by only just coming out of the final corner. That is the margin of victory. Wow.
Woo.
And who got P3 out of you guys?
I did by 1/10.
Oh, wow. Because I just caught on with you guys, and you two were side by side.
I blew my tire at the line.
Oof. Well, it's a good thing it was at the line. So, looks like going on through the rest of the field, WRX Mike did have to pit. So, Baseball Kid will come home with P5. Kalen P6. Looks like Mike will come home P7. Pug P8. Terrell P9. Yep, there we go. Trump Train P10. Worst Cod P11.
Yep.
And then Goofer P12. Oh me, oh my. So, big stories to talk about. This race was absolutely blistering, I will say that. Jose in chat saying, what's the host name? Well, No More Trucks. This is a totally separate league, my friend. This is ERA, Elite Racing Association. So Trucks is MRL. That is on Mondays. This is on Thursdays. What's the host name? I am your host, Private Patton, with our in-race reporter, the 14 of Agent Orange. Nathan, you drive so many cars, I forget what number you are in any given series. So right now, as we're just waiting for the clock just to kind of wipe on out here, we're going to get our top three. Nathan, you're already here, so that's one less person to talk about. But we do need to get Vince. It's been a while since we actually heard from Vince, as well as Elite. So back-to-back wins for Elite, but that was a good race there at the end. Elite Precision, actually, fun fact, got pole, or not pole, he had fastest lap by about a tenth and a half from what the pole time was. So, let's get these guys up in here. Oh. All right. So while we wait for the rest of our top three to get in here, I guess it's probably best to honestly go through the results for stage one, because technically that was only a lap. I didn't even know what was going on right there. I
didn't even finish the lap, actually.
Yeah, technically, yeah. That was the biggest thing. So let's see here. I think this was actually stage one. So yeah, Nathan, you were the winner of stage one right there. Cyber P2, Vince P3, Elite P4, Pug P5, Baseball Kid P6, WRX Mike P7, Terrell P8, Trump Train, and then Kalen P9 and 10 respectfully. That was interesting for that first stage. But then stage two, we had our results right there, so we don't need to go on through. But yeah, big movements all the way around. We are still waiting for Vince, but I guess we can go and start with Nathan. I mean, like we were hearing from you all race, and like I said, it was such a weird race, very very quick, and it was all about just maintaining track position. Now, I'm sure you saw that Cyber was saving. Trying to find where you are. Boy, there you are. That Cyber was saving, and as soon as I was saying that the 37 was also slowing on down, I'm sure you was like, okay, I gotta get up there.
Yeah, pretty much. But I started the last lap with like 8 or 9% tire on my left front, so it was kind of like feel like I really needed to go, but I'd rather have a third place than a fifth place because I blew a tire, or however far back I would have fallen.
Well, you did still end up blowing that tire though.
Right at the line.
Yeah, which I guess that's where like it truly doesn't matter at that point because the race is over. But still, you had a very fantastic run all the way around. You ended up winning stage one and finishing P4 in stage two. Again, it was a good race for you, but Mike just coming out in chat saying that it was a bad race for others. So I guess one of those things that I guess count your blessings, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, I actually put down a pretty good lap for me at a road course for qualifying. Started on the front row and kind of just pulled the outside on Cyber right there in turn one, and I was not nowhere near faster than Cyber, but with that caution coming out, it just was track position, honestly.
No, and sometimes it's just one of those things. But I will say P3, another podium to add to your collection right there. And also, especially as we go to Michigan next week to end the regular season, I mean, that's just setting yourself up for success. We'll have to see how you do. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
All right, and now we go on to not a newcomer to the podium, but it's been a while, Vince. Your last podium, unfortunately, I was not here to broadcast, but it was also at another road course. And Vince, you had another good run here. I'm going to ask you the same thing. As soon as you saw that 37 start saving, what was going through your mind?
Well, I knew I couldn't catch him, so I was hoping that he was going to run out of gas. So I wanted to push him far as he could.
Well, I mean, I guess still hang on for a second. You had great results as well. Technically, stage one ended without even completing a lap, and you had great stage points, P3, and then ended up winning stage two. You are already into the playoffs right now, but that is a playoff point to add to your bucket right there, as we are going into the playoffs here in 2 weeks' time. Well, I guess 3 weeks technically because we have a week off, but right now, that was a really good finish for you, but you came so close. Is just would I call you a road course ringer then? Is that kind of suiting your style? Oh, no, no, not at all, man. What are you talking about? You were in that battle last week. 8 drivers were in that pack in order to uh, get there, and I just now realized you were not racing last week, so I apologize. The Vegas? Oh yeah, you were. I just looked at the stat sheet. Auto Club is what I'm thinking of then. Is the what you didn't race, but yeah. The Oh, that was a big run all the way around. A lot of these guys having um, such a competitive feel to it. Definitely a refresher. Seeing a bunch of new faces up in the front. And one week it's WX Mike. One week it's Nathan. One week it's Cyber. And Vince, you had a shot. Maybe we'll see it in Michigan. How do you feel about Michigan? Well, I guess we'll have to see next week though. But that will be the decider to make see if you make the playoffs or not. I'm sure a lot of people are already locked in, and I think just looking at your points total right now, and your cut to where P13 is, I think you are now going to be in there. So congrats. All right, so with that, we have to go to another back-to-back winner. That is the 37, Ryan Priest. Elite, how you doing today, boss?
What's going on, man?
Well, Elite, it's been a busy weekend for you. Of course, winning the Sportsman race in in Vegas, which is what we were just talking about on Monday, and then rewind a week, you won Vegas again, in this league here, and you back it up with another win now. Uh, oh man, I feel like the question's obvious. It looks like you were kind of biding your time there, but I could have swore you were saving before. But then the second to last lap, you started saving. Was it for fuel or tires?
Um, actually, I didn't have the pace at first. I um, I didn't have the pace. That's why I qualified eighth. I didn't even practice coming into this race. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna run, and then it took me a while to get into like a rhythm. And once I found that rhythm, I just started cranking 120s out. um, but I started figuring out how deep I can drive the car, uh, and I was surprised I took the lead because Vince and Agent they were fast. And then once I took the lead, I was like, oh man, I'm one lap short on fuel, and so I did start saving. Had to
Oh,
save a lap.
gotcha. That makes sense. And like I said, I was harping on it throughout the entire stage, and uh, probably one of the benefits of drivers listening to the broadcast. But I was saying that at some point throughout the run, you will have to save fuel, whether it be for fuel or tires, because you can save one, but at the cost of the other. So it's a bit of a delicate dance. 10 laps at Mid Ohio on two times wear is a bit of a conundrum, but you were able to make the most of it, but only just over the 96. So back-to-back wins for you. Much to the chagrin of your brother, who is in chat saying blah blah blah. So
He probably
so
will see me next week. I'm probably gonna skip Michigan. I'm not really a big fan of Michigan.
well, Michigan is a very love or hate track. Honestly, I prefer Auto Club if you ask me. Auto Club is one
Yeah,
of
Auto Club
those.
is better.
Yeah, see, Elite gets it. But yeah, guys, any this is like I said, been a very short race. It's been a bit of a breeze, but we're already done. Any final thoughts before we close on up for the night?
That was a very quick race.
Yeah, there we go.
Thanks, man. I
And
thought you was gonna get me right there at the end, cause I thought I was gonna run out. To be honest, I got to zero right at that last turn.
oh no, if you got to zero on the last turn, you had more than enough in order to make it the rest of the way. Yeah, you were absolutely fine. Um, but yeah, with that, we're going to close on out for the night. Thank you all so much for coming on out. This has been your host, Private Patton. Our in-race reporter was also our third place winner. That is Agent Orange. P2 back on the podium for, I believe, the second time in this season. Vince, congrats on that. And then Elite, back-to-back winners in ERA. So excellent job from all you guys. Thank you all so much for coming on out and watching, everyone that did. And we will see you for the regular season finale next week in Michigan. Have a good night, everyone. Peace.